It all started with a simple TV set, but you ain't seen nothing yet, folks. These days, all sorts of components inhabit the futuristic world of video. There are monitors and tuner receivers, cassette recorders, and it's all a far cry from the days of the 5-inch screen and rabbit ears. Now, of course, the art of high video can be highly confusing to the untrained eye, so we've asked an expert to come and be with us and give us a clearer picture of what lies on the video horizon. He is Lancelot Braithwaite. He's technical editor of Video Magazine, and we do welcome you tonight, Mr. Braithwaite. First things first, why would someone want to go the component route for a video system rather than just buying a good old all-in-one, all-purpose TV set? What are the advantages?
One, because there are many video sources today, including computers, video disc players, and VCRs. The second thing is that you can update your system one piece at a time.
I see, so you don't have to just throw out
the whole thing.
The screen, if it's good, in order to get the sound part back on. That
exactly.
Kind of thing. All right, now let's talk next about the cost. If someone wanted to go this route, to go components instead of a TV set, how much could they expect to pay? Is there a range?
Yes, you can get into the game for about just under $1,000, going up to about $2,500 for the basic system. This does not include the video disc player or the VCR. We're talking the view screen or monitor, the tuner, and a pair of speakers.
That's a lot of money compared to what we pay for a TV set. You can get a very high-quality color TV set for $500, say.
Well, the worst of these sets start in with quality about where the best of current TV sets leave off.
Okay, let's talk about some of this equipment that we've got here tonight, and it was supplied for us, by the way, by an outfit called New York Video here in New York City, and we do want to thank them for sending us over this setup. First of all, the monitors. What are they, and what's the difference between them?
There's the Proton.
Yeah.
This is a new set out of Taiwan. It's a 25-inch. It has a 19-inch brother. It retails at $1,050, and it's got a companion tuner we'll get to later.
Okay.
This is a Jensen 19-inch monitor. It has a bigger brother, 19-inch monitor, and this retails for just under $1,000. And this is a Mitsubishi 25-inch, which goes for just over $1,000.
Okay.
In other words, your view screen will cost you somewhere between, say, $750 and about $1,500 in the case of the 25-inch Jensen.
I see. Let's now, you said that this one has a companion tuner receiver that goes along with it. Well, this one has a built-in, those components are built into this set?
No. They all have separate tuners.
I see.
The difference is that some of these monitors have the audio amplifier.
Okay.
Built in.
All right. Why would someone want to buy a separate monitor? Is it a better picture than you'd get on a TV set?
In almost every case, yes.
How so?
Every one of these is ready for computers and can exceed the sharpness that you would get from a normal TV set.
Okay. Does that mean it's got more scan lines that make up the total
Not
picture?
scan lines this way,
I see.
but you can place objects closer together and still be able to differentiate between them.
Okay. Now, why is one of these sets much more expensive than the other one?
Part of it is design, part of it is reputation. You always pay something for that. And part of it is flexibility. Different manufacturers choose different ways of configuring these component systems.
Yeah. What would you say about the three sets that we have here, the three monitors? Are they representative of the range of quality and price that we could expect, or are there others that are more or less
These actually
expensive?
represent three of the best available now. There are one or two other competitors, but all three of these are at the top of the list.
Okay, very good. So we could maybe get one a little bit cheaper if you're willing to sacrifice some quality.
You can.
Okay, that's a monitor. And of course, if you got a smaller screen, I presume it would be less cost too. Is that correct?
The cost doesn't seem to drop as fast as the screen size.
Well,
that's the way it is.
Maybe it's that old marketing theory, you buy more of something, you get it for less per square inch or per unit cost. Okay, let's move on quickly to...
now, the tuners that drive these things. Again, we have the Proton, the Mitsubishi, and the Jensen.
And what's a tuner exactly? Is that where we tune in the signal and get it into the set? Okay.
That's how you separate channel 2 from channel 4, etc.
Okay. Let's take a short break here, Mr. Braithwaite, and come back and talk some more about the subject of the tuners and other parts of video component systems. So you stay with us, please. is the technical editor of Video Magazine. We're talking today about component video rather than just one self-contained TV set. You get a monitor and a tuner, etc. We'd gotten down as far as the tuners, Mr. Braithwaite. Let's go into that again. And this is the device that gets the signal out of the air, tunes on the channel you want, and makes it available for the monitor, right?
Right.
Okay.
It also contains one other major component. As I said, we have many video sources today, like video disc players and VCRs or video cassette recorders. This also performs the switching function, letting you select between what's off air versus what's on the video disc player versus what's on the VCR without having to go and play with patch
You have to go
box.
in the back with the mirror and the flashlight and wish you had 4 arms to replug all those wires. But these don't do any of the actual recording. That's a separate
No, that's a separate
unit.
machine.
Okay, we're going to get to that. One last thing we ought to mention is this is a typical
remote
magic
control,
wand.
and like all advanced TV sets, you can change channels and in some cases select between the disc and tape and what's off air or off cable.
I see. It's sort of like in your sound system where you could switch between the tape recorder or the phonograph or the FM tuner. Or
you can also
like
adjust the volume and completely turn off the sound with the mute button should you have to answer the phone or something like that.
Okay. We have another machine over here. What is this, and how is it different from the tuners that we've just been looking at?
The Jensen tuner is different in that it contains the audio amplifier instead of having the audio amplifier back in the monitor.
Okay.
The reason's a very simple reason. You cannot put a very high-powered amplifier in the same cabinet with a TV set. Big audio amplifiers require power supplies, and the power supplies can destroy the magnetic fields within the set and make the pictures colors go funny.
The question which comes to mind is, can you interchange components?
In most cases, yes. Because the audio amplifier is in the Jensen tuner rather than in the monitor, like the others, you might run into a problem if you tried to marry the Jensen tuner to one of the other sets.
I see, yeah.
However, the Jensen does have that wonderful feature of letting you have a higher powered amplifier.
Yeah. But you could, for example, just on the equipment we have here, you could have the Proton monitor together with the Mitsubishi tuner.
Right.
Okay, that's good. Now, the last piece of equipment which would be in today's modern video component system would be the tape recorder.
Right.
And what kind do we have here? And
what we have here is a Toshiba VS36. It is one of the new Beta Hi-Fi machines.
Okay.
Why Beta Hi-Fi?
First of all, let's explain what that means.
Right.
What is beta?
There are 2 major formats. There's beta and VHS. Those are the 2 competing formats in America, and VHS actually has a larger market share. But beta does give a very high quality picture.
What about the difference in picture quality between the 2 systems?
Close, but beta seems to have a slight edge in terms of picture quality, at least in my book.
Okay, very good. Now, you said this was a hi-fi machine. Is that a sales promotion phrase, or does it have some real meaning?
Not really. As a matter of fact, the performance level of this machine is even better than your normal LP record.
Better than the LP record?
Better than the LP record.
The audio quality?
Yes. The only 2 things better than that are the new CD laser players that play those 4-inch silver-looking discs, and true digital audio, as might be found in the studio.
All right. One final question about the monitors, once again, if we could. The way in which the picture is better on the monitors than it is on your TV set. Could you give us that once more?
One of the major things is sharpness. The other major thing that makes them different is control.
Yeah, and how do you get there?
How do
you get the signal to be better?
Well,
since it's the same signal.
Not really. VCRs have a low-quality signal. Off-air has a high-quality signal.
Yeah.
And if you're using one of today's very good computers, you can get a very, very high-quality signal.
Okay, very good.
Even better than you can get off the air on broadcast.
Okay, sir. Well, thank you very much. This is Lancelot Braithwaite of Video Magazine, and he's been explaining component video to us this morning. We do want to thank you for that, sir. Very interesting.